ChatGPT. Relate ACIM to the movie The 13th Floor. The 13th Floor through the lens of A Course in Miracles, ACIM. The 13th Floor is one of the most ACIM-compatible films ever made because it directly confronts the fundamental question: what if the world you believe is real is actually a simulation? This is very close to the central metaphysical premise of ACIM. The Course teaches that the world we perceive is not ultimate reality. It is a projection arising from a sleeping mind that has forgotten its true identity. The movie dramatizes this idea through nested virtual realities, simulated worlds, and characters who begin to suspect that their reality may not be what it appears to be. The world is a simulation. The shocking discovery in the film is that an entire world exists inside another world. The characters believe their environment is real. They work, love, fear, plan, suffer, hope. Yet their reality is revealed to be a constructed simulation. Describes the world in a surprisingly similar way. The Course repeatedly refers to the world as a dream, not because it appears unreal to those experiencing it, but because it is not the ultimate reality of God. The dream feels real while it is believed. The simulation feels real while it is inhabited. The movie asks, how would you know if your world were not the highest level of reality? Awakening from the program. Many characters resist the truth when they begin discovering evidence that their reality is artificial. This mirrors the ego's resistance to awakening. The ego is invested in the dream. Its identity depends upon the dream. Its goals depend upon the dream. Its fears depend upon the dream. Teaches that awakening is often initially experienced as disorientation because it challenges the foundations of the world we think we know. The movie beautifully portrays this resistance. The character and the dreamer. A major theme throughout the film is the distinction between the character and the consciousness using the character. Some individuals discover that they are not merely the personalities they assume themselves to be. A greater level of awareness exists beyond the role. This parallels one of the central teachings of ACM. We identify with a body, a personality, a history, a role. The Course asks, what if you are not the character? What if you are the mind dreaming the character? The movie continually points toward this possibility. Levels of reality. One of the film's most fascinating aspects is the existence of multiple levels of reality. Each level appears absolute until a higher level is discovered. This mirrors the awakening process described in M. The ego believes the physical world is reality. The Holy Spirit begins revealing that perception itself is a construct. Eventually, even perception gives way to knowledge. Each level appears final until a deeper level is recognized. The search for truth. The protagonist becomes increasingly committed to discovering what is true. The search is no longer about comfort. It is about truth. This reflects a crucial stage in spiritual awakening. The ego wants certainty. The Holy Spirit wants truth. Sometimes truth dismantles the certainty the ego has constructed. The movie beautifully illustrates the courage required to continue questioning assumptions. Identity beyond form. Throughout the film, bodies and identities become increasingly unstable. What seemed fixed proves temporary. What seemed solid proves fluid. Teaches that form is not identity. Bodies are appearances within the dream. The self remains unchanged regardless of what form appears. The film repeatedly points beyond physical appearances toward a deeper level of awareness. The fear of awakening. A recurring theme in the movie is that awakening threatens everything familiar. Relationships, goals, beliefs, self-concepts. The ego fears awakening because awakening exposes the dream as a dream. Teaches that the ego is not afraid of suffering. The ego is afraid of being undone. The movie demonstrates this fear repeatedly as characters struggle to accept what they are discovering. The central reflection. The ego watches the 13th floor and asks, which level of reality is the real one? The Holy Spirit watches the 13th floor and asks, who is the awareness observing every level? Viewed through ACIM, the movie becomes a powerful metaphor for awakening from the dream of separation. The simulated worlds symbolize layers of perception. The characters symbolize self-concepts. The awakening symbolizes the gradual recognition that identity does not reside within the dream. The deepest message may be, the problem is not that the dream exists. The problem is believing you are the character within it. Freedom begins when you remember that you are not the simulation, not the role, not the body, but the awareness that observes them all. Go to mwge.org to find full movie and commentary by David Hoffmeister.